The Gunnaz Podcast.
Alright, people. So after that tumultuous video talking to a few Chelsea fans, I actually don't know the order in which these videos are going to come out. But anyways, now it's time for the player ratings. I'd like to welcome Orin for his second video on the channel. A great midfielder, a great guy, good person, good people. And my co-host Dicanio. If you haven't seen our faces before, that means you have a lot of videos to binge watch. So get started, right? But yeah, right to the player ratings, my friend. Take it away.
Yeah, fam. So we're just gonna start off with Raya in goal. Let's hear from Orin. Raya in goal ratings. Thoughts on his performance?
I'd say worst performance I've seen from him in an Arsenal shirt, at least. I'd say I don't want to be too harsh, so maybe 3.5, 4.
Man said he doesn't want to be too harsh.
I'm willing to go to like 0 with players, though. Like you can play that bad. You can play 1 out of 10. I just. From the first half, he passed the ball out of bounds 3 times. He did not look like himself. He didn't look comfortable under the pressure like he usually does. And that's okay. I mean, not every player is going to have a great game. I think that Palmer mistake, or the one where he gave it away with Palmer, even if he got the pass past Palmer, it would have been intercepted by, I don't know, whoever was behind him, maybe Gallagher. I think that was just an atrocious decision. And he recovered well. He had a few good saves. I know he had one towards the end of the game against, like, down to his right. I think that makes up for his rating a little bit. But I also think he should have done better on the Mudryk cross/shot, So yeah, I'd say 4.
Yeah. Dylan?
I actually have to agree. They kind of knows that Ryan's my boy, but like it was not. I think the narrative that I want to kill is that he was looking nervous. I don't think it was a nervous thing. I just think that he just had a poor performance and he's getting thrown into the deep end in a way that's it's hard because you're looking at Ramsdale and people who have grown to know Ramsdale's limitations. So when Ramsdale does something foolish, and foolish in Arteta's eyes could be booting down the ball all the way and not having a pass on, right? Turning over the play. But I think when I was watching Raya, I was just like, oh, bro, the pass to Palmer was the one that really broke me. I was just like, why? Like, you had an easier pass, but you're really trying to force this. Like, you don't look nervous. It's like in his head, he was just like, he can't intercept that ball.
Yeah, it's a bit of arrogance.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, we need arrogance, but like, it's too quick for you to be arrogant. Like, you need some time where we feel like you're digging it out and like, so I guess, it's hard on him, but I agree with the 4. I fully agree with the 4. It's not. And maybe 3.5 is better because our average Raya performance should be better than that. Because our goalkeeping...
And it has been better than that.
Right, so...
This is a good performance where I think he was like that. Yeah.
All right. So let's head over into the centre-back pairing. So we have Saliba and Gabriel. I'll go first on this one. So I don't even think they were bad. Like... All right, let me just think. The passing out wasn't bad. Physically, they were up for it. The Saliba handball, that one was harsh. So I don't remember in like any situation of the game where I was like, why are they looking shaky or why did they make that pass? It was I don't remember any spots or any blemishes in their performance, but we did concede 2. So for me, I'll give them a 6. Both of them, like Saliba was calm, winning the balls. Why? winning his duels and stuff like that. So yeah, bro, I'd give them a 6. What about you guys?
I think that Gabriel had a better performance than Saliba, to be honest. And that's not just because of the penalty. Of course, the penalty counts, but I think Gabriel just had a really, really good game. You could see him hands up all the time, communicating to his back line where you should be. Playing with a false nine is rough, and we haven't seen that. Like, I can't remember the last time we played against a true false nine. Or whatever Poch's system is going to be called in the new analytic videos coming up. But anyways, yeah, I really enjoyed Gabriel's performance. Like, any game that you don't really notice Gabriel is a good game, but I noticed him in good ways with composure that people say that he doesn't have. And even when the Chelsea fans in the last video were talking about, Fofana cost how much million, like, if you gave Sarr the amount of time to get composed in the Premier League, then you might have a Gabriel. But anyways, I'm not trying to bring up old news, but I think Gabriel deserves a 7. I think he was really, really, good on the day.
And Saliba?
Oh, yeah, I'd leave it at 6. Even if it happens, like, it's unfortunate, but it still happened.
Right.
So
yeah, Orin, your rating.
6 for Saliba, 7 for Gabriel, or 6.5 for Gabriel. I think 2 away from home is something we're not used to. So yeah, 6 and 6.5.
All right, so let's head over then to the wing box. So we had Zinchenko and we had Ben White with his new haircut. So yeah, let's hear from you. Yeah, bro. Let's hear from you, Orin.
Let's see. Zinchenko, I think, not great. He got turned a few times by Sterling, but I think he was decent. I'd say in midfield, didn't add that much, but it didn't have any like glaring obvious mistakes. I'd say like 5 out of 10, middle of the road. Deserved to come off. Nothing against him, but he just wasn't up for the matchup against Sterling that day. And then I think Ben White, another just pretty average performance. I thought he got well forward a few times, at least to drag some players out of position to give Saka a little bit more to do. I'm not sure if I remember if he got up on the goal, but he definitely had a nice pass. I remember leading up to the Saka goal, like pretty composed performance from him. So I'd say 6.5 or 7. 6.5.
All right, cool. All right, so time for the midfield. So I think I'll group the 2 that were below par. So let's start off with Odegaard and Jorginho. Dylan.
Give me. Ready. All right. You see my problem with Odegaard, right? Like, and it's something that people bring up all the time. Like, he takes too long on the ball, right? I think in this game, from your captain, you want to see him do something that Mikel wouldn't have told him to do, right? Like, I don't think Mikel is telling Rice to shoot the ball from like 40 yards out. Like, it's not the tactical plan. But if you do it and it ends up in the side netting, then you're just like, like, he has stepped up. But like, Odegaard is just so frustrating. Like, in these big games, like, I can't even disagree with opposing fans saying that he goes ghost. Like, and I know that, yeah, the tactics are there and the stats are there. I don't care. From my captain, I want the eye test. I want to see it. I want to see the pass. I feel like Yardman right now, but like, I want to see him spraying the ball. Like, I want to see a passing behind. I don't want to feel like you're a passenger, especially my captain. And I don't know if that makes sense, but for me, it was like so below average. I think a 4 for me. I know it sounds harsh, but like, honestly, it was not great. Jorginho, I don't think there's much more we can really expect from him. I think in all fairness, like, he just is who he is. Like, he collects the ball, calm and composed, going to give you a center back, going to progress it there, a one chip ball over the top. Like,
doesn't have the legs.
Yeah, it doesn't, but you know that. And like, if you're going to, and we can't compare him to Partey. Partey was on the bench, it's frustrating, but this is Jorginho. You get what I mean? Like, I think it's a 5 for Jorginho. I can't, like, it was just standard things from him. So, yeah.
All right, bro. Orin.
Let's see. Odegaard, I think, was absent. But I think I don't want to have any recency bias because I think he has popped up in big games.
I believe so as well.
Man United. Other than that, can't remember.
Spurs,
Saw it against Man United, a Spurs,
Chelsea away
not great.
in prior seasons.
Exactly. Tottenham away last year was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like he's
Newcastle away last season. He has been there.
he's
bro.
great and he's great in big games. I don't want to say like he's not in big games, and he is my favorite player at Arsenal. So there's a little bias, but I'd say like a 4.5 for Odegaard, maybe a 4. I think he just wasn't absent. He was absent. He didn't have enough of an impact on the game, but he didn't do anything bad. I'd say not a good performance, but he didn't like have any mistakes. I was like, oh come on, you know. And then Jorginho, I'd say just so average. I'd have it 5.
Yeah. To me, it would have been better even playing El Neni over Georgina because at least you'd have more legs in the middle. But
more physicality. We definitely lack some bruiser, especially with Rice playing higher.
Yeah, with Rice coming higher, we saw Georgino and Zinchenko in the midfield, and that's not strong enough, to be honest, for me.
Yeah.
We have to, if we're doing that, we have to have some form of strength in there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Some
if you want
bruiser.
to play, if you want to play Rice higher, then you have to play Thomas Partey. We need someone physical because look at it. Both of them, if they lose the ball there, they don't have the legs to get back. That's one. If you're looking for a fight or just some bit of luck in terms of just imposing yourself in that midfield, you're not going to get that from Zinchenko and Jorginho off the ball, right? I've seen Thomas Partey. It's like, I don't know. Maybe watching it from TV, it's different, but he just has this aura, bro. Like, whenever he's on the field, in the midfield, especially in tight spots, he just gets out or he just wins the ball and just makes it look so easy. So, yeah, bro, I just hope he can get back fit and firing, to be honest. So let's head over to Declan Rice and we'll start off with Dylan.
Father Dex. I mean, just my captain, my skipper. I mean, I don't care. I say things that I feel, and I feel my connection to Rice, baby. Like, the man gave us the fried rice with that shot, bro. The man said he watched David Beckham and he put it into the side of the net, bro. Bro, like, that it just feels like he was taking the piss, bro. But, I just love him, bro. Like, he's what we need. Just so solid, you know. He's learning, even in that 8 role, like when he popped up and he just dribbled at Chelsea's back line and almost put the ball into the net just because he couldn't find another option. You know, like, you can just see the potential, and I just feel excited to watch him every week. So for that, I would give him my 8. You know, just takes responsibility in big games. Always, chest is always up. Like, bro, I just wish I was even like 1/8 of the player he is, bro. Like, honestly, man is just incredible. Well, yeah, 8.
All right, bro. 8. All right, you're man of the match?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Orin, let's hear from you.
7.5. I think 8's too high for a 2-2 draw against a team that is Chelsea.
I like it. I agree.
I think, I mean, that finish, people are like, oh, anyone would score that. I don't know why you could say that. Like, that was a great finish, fantastic finish. But I think he was solid, especially in the second half, playing the 6 role, dropped in, swept up, like back and forth, just swinging back and forth, wins the ball. He's done a great job of winning second balls this year. So yeah, 7.5, really solid physical performance.
All right. So yeah, who started up front now? We have Jesus. Yeah, our starting lineup that everyone wanted to see. Everyone was up for. Their first time playing together this season, and it was underwhelming, to be honest.
Very.
So yeah. For me, I'll start off. So Martinelli was good, to be honest. I wouldn't say at his very best, but he was constantly taking on players, constantly taking on Gusto. Saka was off it for the whole game. I'm not even gonna lie. the assist kind of saved him and saved us, to be honest. But apart from that, and I don't think it's his fault. He hasn't played up for like 2.5 weeks, so he wasn't match fit, and it was obvious. And then Jesus was being Jesus, but something just wasn't clicking today. And for me, I think that was Jorginho in the midfield. It's a thing with Arsenal. Like if one player isn't there, or if one player is off, it has a trickle effect on the rest of the team. So if with Jorginho not being able to impose himself the way how Partey would do it or the way how Rice would do it, I think that had a direct influence on how Odegaard was playing and how Saka ended up playing, right? That whole right side just seemed a bit off. To me, the left side was way better this game. So I'll go with Martinelli, 6.5. Saka, even though he did get that assist, it's just his quality. But on the entire game, I'll go 6. And Jesus, I'll give 5 standard. Orin?
I thought Martinelli was good. Every time I got on the ball, he just looked exciting. Like especially in the second half, going at Gusto, got to the end line a few times, whipped in a few crosses. I thought that was probably our best attacking threat, at least when Chelsea decided to park the bus. I think it was a decent performance from him, but a good substitution. Trossard was going to be a little bit more creative, especially going into midfield, just getting on the ball, more creative from deeper situations. So I'd say didn't play a full 90, so I give him a full 6.5. And Saka really absent, except for that beautiful cross. So I'd say another 6.5. I'd say like if you didn't get that, it'd be like a 5. But I mean, what a ball! So 6.5. Jesus, I like him when he drops in. I think he's a fantastic player, and he's so crucial to our system. But when it doesn't work, Chelsea had 4 midfielders, and it was really hard for him to get on the ball and like be magical like he usually is. And he really didn't get any service to do anything. So, I'd say 5.
All right, Dylan's.
I mean, I fully agree with you guys. I think Jesus, to me, I tell the Canadians all the time, Jesus is the most frustrating player I've ever watched. Like he looks like he has all the makings to be like R9, like that stature of just talent. Like I think his goal and assist ratio is like 5th in the Premier League all time. Like it's something ridiculous like that, right? But then when it doesn't work, it just looks stupid. Like it, and it's sound ill-informed, but when he's dropping into the lines and then we have no ball, like we have no way to go over the heads of them, and we're not making any chances, bro. It just.
And I think his link up, just to interrupt you a bit, both him and Eddie can work a bit with the link up. Like in that Chelsea game, I was there and I was like, some balls that Odegaard was playing, I was like, if we had and I'm not saying I would have to go out and buy this type of player, but I'm just saying, if we had a Giroud in that situation, he would understand that, hey, just pin the centre back. Because if Odegaard has a ball 10 yards out of the 18-yard box, right, out of the line, and he's free, he doesn't want to shoot there and he doesn't really want to play you through with a run, right? Because the defender is going to follow him. So what he wants is for you to pin that defender down so he can progress the ball onto you and you can lay it off onto him and something can happen. But I just didn't see that. I saw it like in 3 occasions yesterday where if we had a Giroud type player, I know for sure we would be playing off him and maybe we could have created a chance. But I just didn't see that. Normally, like sometimes Jesus can do it. Eddie doesn't really do it that much. He's always like trying to run, getting behind, and sometimes that run is stupid. It's not a dummy run to allow to be honest, it's not a dummy run to allow someone else to go into that space. He's like literally just trying to run to get the ball, and I'm like, bro, the centre back is on you. He's following you. That run makes no sense. Just stay where you are and help us to like hold up the ball, pin it, right? And since Giroud left, Lacazette used to be that type of player, but yeah, I'm not seeing it that much. But Yeah, like, go back into it, Dylan. I don't want to take your floor.
Oh no. I mean I don't mind still, but like yeah, I think that's my disappointment with Jesus. Like I was hoping that Mikel would be able to unlock that next level, but I'm still waiting. Like I just want to see a game where Jesus just pins the centre back because he can. He has a ridiculous amount of core strength if you look at him, right? So like, I guess that's my frustration. Like, sometimes I know it's plan A1 till 27, but like, why can't one of the plans just be to pin the centre back? I think Saka. I agree with Orin. Like, if Saka didn't do that, it would have been very disappointing. Like, Saka always saves himself with his quality. Because at times he's not the most aesthetically pleasing player, but then he does something and you're like, oh wow, okay, this boy is real quality. But Starboy, I agree. I think 6 for me. Martinelli, I can't sing his praises enough. Like he's not working with as much resources as Saka is. And I think people always forget that. Like he does not have an underlapping run like how Saka has it. And him and Declan Rice, yes, okay, Declan was making that infield run, but that's their first time really playing together. Like, he's not just going to trust him immediately, right? He doesn't really know what he can do. Yeah, training, but, you guys play football more than I have, but I would figure, like, if I'm playing music and I'm playing with somebody for the first time, like, I'm not going to solo and just expect them to be able to match with me. Like, if you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, it takes tons of time to build connections. Like,
right.
For sure.
And I think Declan Rice 100% needs to play in that 8 role more. Right? We need to see it. Like, I'd even love to see El Neni get some game time, or Smith Rowe to get some game time. And we see Declan Rice making the runs against smaller teams because you have to build up your confidence, dropping Declan Rice into the 8 against Chelsea, even though it should be an easier game for us because we normally own them. I just wish we'd see it more. But yeah, Martinelli, love him. I think he was a 7 because Gusto was on him, although Martinelli is like twice as fast as Gusto, clearly. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
All right, bro. And then we'll head over into the manager, Arteta, Dylan.
No subs?
All right, team. All right, so the substitutes were Trossard, Tomiyasu. Anyone else? Oh, Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe. Havertz.
Bro, I think all the subs did well, So Smith Rowe came on, and for me, when Smith Rowe came on, there was a bit of chaos in the match. Like it was just up and down. And every time he got the ball, he would just be like the calm in the storm. Like his touch is so class. His movement is just silky. And it's still urgent, right? So even though amidst all of that chaos, it's like he just played in his own world. So he was good progressing the ball, dribbling, calming it down, not losing the ball. Because when you have those type of basketball matches, it's easy to lose the ball because you're just wanting to get the ball forward. So yeah, bro, on that note, I'll give Smith Rowe a 6.5. Havertz, he did come on, he was physical. He did get himself about, and that Saka assist and that Trossard goal came from him being able to hold up the ball, spray the ball over to Saka, and allowing that. He also made a run, like a dummy run, to give Saka that space to cut in as well. So yeah, I'll give him a 6.5. What's other sub? Trossard, he came on. Not much he did bad. He scored a goal that saved us a whole lot. Not just with points, but like talking to those Chelsea fans after we lost that game. Yeah, bro. So that's it. I'll give him an 8 just for that. So thanks, Trossard. As I said, Dylan, I always say, Trossard, you have to trust him. Trust him, bro. Trust him. And the last substitute was
Havertz.
Yeah, no, I said Havertz. So that was Havertz, Trossard.
Tomiyasu.
And then Tomiyasu, he was brilliant as well. He just came on, locked them down. We were able to pin them down. So I'll give him a 7. The subs definitely came on and at least said, hey, I need to be playing. I need to be starting. That's all we can ask for substitutes, to be honest. So, yeah, bro. Orin.
See, we'll start with Trossard. Leveler. I think good performance from him. Did his job. He's such a different player than Martinelli, so I think it's a cool win to see that battle. I mean, I think Martinelli is definitely the starter, and he deserves to be the starter, but they're very different players, and I think he did a good job. So I'd say like 7, and maybe played like 30 minutes or 25 minutes, and got a goal. So good work there. Havertz, I thought was pretty super solid. There was that one, they went like 2-3 feet above Cucurella and then somehow got a foul called against him.
Exactly.
I don't think that was a
I
foul.
didn't understand.
Bro, it's a crime.
He jumped into his elbow and then.
Bro, it's a crime to be a tall man in football nowadays.
It really is. It really is. I thought he was good up top. Maybe we should experiment a little bit more than like as a target in the box. He has good runs. I don't know. It's a bit of like a speculation there, but we could see like a 6'4" target could be interesting. Tomiyasu, great substitution, great defensive performance. I'd say 7 out of 10. And Smith Rowe, I don't know. I think looked a little nervy still. Like good in possession, did his job, but didn't create a ton. So I'd say 6.5.
And Eddie,
pretty average performance for most people.
Oh yeah,
Eddie. Yeah, I knew there was a 5th. I didn't really notice him. 5.
He did get that chance here. He wasn't really expected to get it, and he got that shot off. But otherwise, I don't know why we keep taking off Jesus and putting on Eddie when we need a goal, to be honest.
Eddie's only really solid when he starts.
Yeah, he's only solid when he starts, but coming off the bench, to me, I don't like it. To get a goal, I don't need Eddie, right? As a substitute.
I think we should definitely look at signing like a big classic number 9, maybe January or probably next summer.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think it will happen for one reason. He kind of bought Havertz for that reason. I think Havertz didn't only come here to play midfield, but he came here because of his versatility. So I don't think, unless it was like a stopgap, or maybe it was like, hey, I'm just gonna, let's see how it can work. Like maybe he doesn't want to go out and spend this big money on this target man if he doesn't know it's gonna work. So maybe he kind of bought Havertz, knowing he can play midfield and knowing he can be that type of target man, just to experiment a bit before he says, okay, this is the type of guy I want. This type of guy might work. So yeah.
So I would definitely like to see Havertz up there.
Dylan?
Now I'm saying that Arteta is a very patient manager. If you look at it,
yeah, bro.
Even though he's ruthless, like he'll be very patient with you and he'll take his time. But I don't think he's going to give up on Havertz anytime soon. Like that.
I'm not suggesting that at all.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think that Havertz is like Arteta's son. Kind of like Eddie. Like, I think Arteta will die on the sword that Eddie is going to come good. I think at some point, he's going to let Eddie go. But, for now. But yeah, I think we're moving on to me still. But yeah, I think I agree with you guys' ratings. Tomiyasu is just so good, bro. I wish he could start more games. Trossard, I don't want Trossard to become a super sub. But I think that's what he's doing to himself. Like when he starts, he was anonymous, but then he comes on like a man possessed, right?
And I wouldn't even say when he starts he's anonymous. It's just been 2 games where he went anonymous starting. And that's the thing with us Arsenal fans. They're so reactive, bro. Bro, he used to start matches last season and he was so good.
Yeah, but that was like
matches.
At the first line, he's better, but he won't play there this season. For now.
All right.
Like, if you think about it, right? Like, when do you ever see Trossard playing false 9 this season?
All right, let's move on. It can't happen.
So yeah, I don't remember who else came on. Nketiah, if you score that chance, bro, don't want bro, that about and get your shirt, bro, and giving it to Sinclair. But anyways, yeah. I think the subs are overall good. Mikel is becoming a real genius with the substitutions, and
Yeah, he's gotten a lot better with that through his Arsenal career for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
So yeah, manager. Speaking of Mikel, Dylan.
Boy, I think a football game is won in 100 minutes. 100 minutes, right? And this is the difference with Mikel this season. Mikel last season was trying to win games from like the first half, right? Like we felt like if we didn't win the game in the first half, then we just hope, right? There was no point, and Maya was here with me, but there was no point in that game that I felt nervous. Like I don't know why. I think it's just Mikel has just matured in that way, but I just feel like he has a plan. And I didn't really want to argue this with the Chelsea fans because I don't think they'd see it. But I think the fact is that Mikel did everything in his power to win back that game.
Plan A1, plan A2, plan A3, plan A4.
Right, and Poch, the difference between him and Poch, yes, Poch is a more reactive manager, but Poch won the game for the first couple, first 60 minutes. But where is the real game won? In the whole 100. You have another 40 minutes to play. That is even more critical. Because when do mistakes really come? You get what I mean? Mistakes are going to come in the latter part of the game. So if you play for the first couple of minutes, and Chelsea genuinely could have scored like 4 goals on us, right? If you really think about it, like Cole Palmer should have scored that chance. Absolutely, right? And Jackson, even though Jackson is terrible, like
when Raya came out.
Yeah, but the keeper should not be grabbing the ball.
Raya was poor, exactly. Raya was poor. He should have kicked that first time.
That's what I'm saying. So I think it could have been 4-something. And the fact that we got a 2-2 result from that due to the subs. Havertz was really good. Like he really looked solid. I don't know if he just lived up to the Chelsea thing. But yeah, I'd give him I think 6 is a bad score to give him, but I think I'd give him an 8, a 7 or an 8, in my opinion.
Orin, manager.
I don't think he set up the team. I mean, he picked the lineup that I would have picked. So I can't knock him for his tactics or anything. I think Poch just did something that we didn't really expect. And he had pretty good substitutions. Aside from Partey, I think Partey should have came on at halftime. But there might be something else going on there that I don't really know about. So I don't want to knock him too much for that. But I'd say that's solid 7. I think he did a good job. Maybe 7.5. I think his substitutions were pretty solid. Yeah.
And the one thing as well, you see with me, like the Canyon wants to see Partey play. But for me, I just don't think about him. Like, I love when he plays, but like, I just can't think about him in my plans. Like, is either I'm injured, personal problems, traveling, this, that. Like, I guess that's why for me, it's just like when I think about Partey, like, Nketiah scoring, I think of it as a luxury. I don't expect him to score a goal. And maybe that sounds terrible, but like, at the end of the day, like, I can never knock.
It's an added bonus.
Yeah, for anything Partey related, which is why I give him the 8. That's what I was trying to say.
I think so. And I think the one more thing I wanted to add from a whole in this game, 1 point, you never know. I think this title race is going to be really, really close. I hope that we're in it. It looks like we're going to be in it.
Prime Barclays.
It's going to be good. Like, it's going to be a good, I hope from the looks of it, it's going to be a good, solid race between us, City, and maybe Tottenham. Liverpool looks up there too, but I don't know. They're still earlier in their like kind of mini rebuild. I think 1 point might make a difference somewhere down the line, and especially to like retain the unbeaten or like banner that we still have over us. It's pretty awesome, especially since we're the only team that's ever done that. So that the longer we keep that unbeaten streak going, more important that is. And I mean, Arteta earned the tie today. Like, that's on him. So,
All right.
good performance.
Yeah. So that was basically the match reaction for the Chelsea game. Now let's just quickly look forward. So we talked about the past. Let's look forward to this Sevilla match in midweek. And yeah, Dylan, let me get your predictions.
I don't even know how Sevilla is doing this season. Do you know?
Let me check. I think they're crap as usual in the league.
True.
Let me check. But go ahead. Let's
Whose
start.
home game is it?
Huh?
Whose home game is it?
Sevilla.
Sevilla are in 10th. And yeah, we're playing in Sevilla.
Oh, Sergio Ramos too. Okay. Yeah, sorry, people.
They're in 13th now.
Yeah, 13th. That's what I meant.
13th.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're thinking about this on the fly. I think I could more easily do a predicted 11 than I could do like a prediction. Is it our home game or is it away?
We're going away. Yeah.
We're going away to Sevilla. Okay, in my head I'm thinking a 2-1 for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I think a 2-1 Arsenal victory.
Instead of doing a predicted 11, let's talk about who you're expecting to start. So, Tomiyasu or Ben White, Zinchenko or Tomiyasu. Do you want Saka to start? Do you think Partey should be back? Ramsdale, talk to me.
Partey will start. I think I'll go for that. Havertz is starting. I don't know with Saka. I could say Nketiah, Jesus, Martinelli. But we just don't know the situation with Saka right now, which is why I said that.
And things have gone quiet with Vieira.
Yeah, I haven't even heard his name. Like,
Bro,
yeah.
I haven't even seen him in training pics. I'm like, was he on the bench yesterday?
I don't think so.
I didn't see him. Let's see.
Let me look quickly.
I don't think so. I didn't see his face at all.
Yeah. No, he wasn't on the bench.
Not on the bench. Yeah.
Something's up with him, bro. They're keeping it quiet. Because I was like, why haven't we started Vieira in that Chelsea game?
No, why did Smith Rowe come on? That's a better question.
Yeah, that's the question as well. I was like, whoa, Smith Rowe came on, bro. I was like, what?
Yeah, with that said, Havertz will 100% start. I think it's going to be Jesus.
Havertz and Partey?
Yeah, I see it for Havertz, Partey,
So no Rice?
No, Rice will play. Oh no, Odegaard. Shit. You see, because he disappeared in the game, he disappeared from my mind. No, Odegaard will have to start. He's not going to rest Rice. He won't. And it's a
He doesn't need a rest. He doesn't look like he needs a rest.
Yeah, he doesn't need a rest. Sorry, I don't mean rest. I mean rotate. Yeah, I think Tomiyasu will start.
Over who though? Ben White or Zinch?
White.
Right. Yeah, I would say White for real because they don't really have a lot of wingers. Their width comes from their wing backs, just trying to cross balls for Enesiri.
Yeah.
Ocampos is a winger, but he does most of his work like centrally. He tucks in. So yeah, bro. Orin, predictions.
As far as match goes, I'd say I think we're gonna win. I think after we do a pretty good job of bouncing back from negative performances, so I think we'll come out and have a solid 2-0, 3-0 win.
All right, bro.
And I'd say as far as I think Ryan might get dropped for Ramsdale. I know it's just one bad performance. I know, but Arteta definitely sees them at least somewhat similar in level. So I think Ramsdale needs a game sometime. So Champions League is a good time to throw him in there, see how he does. So I think Ramsdale will start. And I could see again Tomiyasu starting on the right, and I could also see Tomiyasu starting on the left in the league next week. So we'll see how that goes.
We might even see Party right back.
Oh, no.
Partey right back. He might do it.
He might do it, bro.
I think you will be.
Maybe that's the reason why he rested him, because he was like, hey, I want Party right back here. I'm going to rest Zinchenko. I want Party right back with Rice.
I love Arteta and I trust him, but I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, because they don't have a lot of wingers like that. So that's the thing as well.
I mean, he might invert, and then he would play Tommy on the left, and have him play as like a traditional left back. So I could see that, yeah. And then Rice, Vieira. I don't think Vieira will play. Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, and then up top we might. I'm guessing Nketiah, Trossard, and Saka.
All right, cool. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Orin, for coming on. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Pleasure. So yeah, we look forward to the Sevilla game. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget, as you're seeing below, like, subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Go ahead and check out Gunnaz Gaming on the channel. The playlist is there if you want to catch up on it. Explanation videos, ranking videos. Dylan and I are working. So yeah, this is the channel to be at, guys. Like, we're growing. The goal is 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. And if you guys help us to get there, it's just going to be up from there. Like, no going back. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
The Gunnaz Podcast.